When we are talking about mysteries when it comes to DC, some heroes are all about solving them, while others are all about maintaining them. Let's find out who is the most mysterious as we get counting. Number 10. Danny the Street. Danny the Street is a sentient and living street that provides a safe haven for all of those who have been rejected or cast out by society. While in the comics, Danny identifies as male and enjoys cross-dressing, often decorating his shops in pink and frills. In the live-action series Doom Patrol, Danny is described as being a genderqueer street who uses the pronouns they them. I love Danny the Street. He possesses the capability to shapeshift and teleport, often choosing to move around to places where he's needed the most. In the comics, at one point Danny the Street ends up becoming the headquarters for the Doom Patrol. In the live action series, Danny is kept live and sustained by an ongoing party. The party is kinda like their lifeblood or their heartbeat, if you will, and if the party dies, Danny's powers fade and eventually so does Danny. Gotta keep the party going for Danny the Street. Also, I feel like there's gonna be people that are gonna be like, Amanda, is Danny the Street really a superhero? And I'm gonna say yes, because Danny is always there for people that need them. So I think Danny the Street should be a superhero. Number 9. Raven. Raven isn't really the most mysterious person on this list, but I think the fact that she often needs to keep her emotions in check pretty much makes her mysterious in a way. I feel like she's a character that brings with her mystery in the sense of the fact that you don't usually know what she's thinking, or sometimes which side she's really on. Raven ultimately is still a hero, but her father is the powerful demon Trigon, which sometimes makes people question her allegiance and is also a reason why she needs to have such intense control over her emotions. Raven is also empathic, which means she can easily sense the emotions of those around her, affect their emotions, and also feel compelled by those emotions or influenced by them. Because of this, she also has to watch out when it comes to her empathic powers, being careful not to let others' feelings and emotions affect her. And friends, before we move on to this next spot, if you are loving this list, as I was writing it, I was like, there are so many other mysterious characters that we need to talk about from DC, so let us know you like it by giving this video a thumbs up and ask for that part 2 down below, because I got a lot more people that I want to talk about. There's gonna be people I'm gonna leave off, and you're gonna be like, where was this person? I want justice for those folks. Number 8. Martian Manhunter. Martian Manhunter is a character who has been portrayed as someone who forgot about all of his past. While we know it now, initially it was a mystery even to John Johns himself. I think I'm saying that right. And there's not only the mystery of his character and history here, but also the mystery that comes with his powers. Martian Manhunter is capable of shapeshifting, which, as we saw in the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League, meant he could impersonate anyone he wanted and even was living in hiding on Earth, successfully integrated into human society as he posed as Lieutenant General Calvin Swanwick within the United States Army and the government. Martian Manhunter in the comics has also struggled with multiple different identities or personas which take him over from time to time, including my personal favorite, Mr. Biscuits. Number 7. Green Lantern. When it comes to great detectives, someone who is just starting out but has amazing potential in the DC universe is Joe Maline, one of the newest Green Lanterns to come into the fold. Joe is the Green Lantern who first appeared in Far Sector, where she became the Green Lantern of a sector so far away it wasn't even numbered, hence the name of that comic, Far Sector. That's all we know it as, is Far. She also appears as a member of an alternate future Justice League that we could be building to still from Future State. Here it's declared that she is the greatest detective in, I'm pretty sure, the known universe, so that could also be a skill set we'll be seeing Joe build towards. It was either the universe or the multiverse. Either way, it's crazy. Currently, you can get more of Green Lantern Maline along with fellow Lanterns John Stewart, Teen Lantern, and even a little bit of Simon Baz and the rest of the Corps in the current 2021 Green Lantern series Volume 6. Number 6. Elongated Man. The Elongated Man is Ralph Dibny, who, among being known as one of the most stretchy and flexible of heroes, is also known as being one of the best detectives amongst the hero community as well. The Elongated Man is considered to be ranked among the greatest detectives in DC. Ralph gets his elasticity powers initially from Gingo Juice and ends up operating as a detective alongside his love and wife Sue. They would travel the world solving mysteries together. Eventually, Ralph would end up as a member of the Justice League and was mostly known for providing comic relief and his detective skills. Although while great, Elongated Man is still not quite at the level of someone like Batman. Just so you know where he is on the detective pecking order at DC. Number 5. Destiny. I don't know if we count Destiny as a hero. They're kind of more of a neutral force, but one that I would say errs more on the side of good as a member of the Endless. The Endless are a group of beings who represent constants in not only human life, but basically all life on Earth. Destiny is the oldest of the Endless and symbolizes and represents the unfolding of events and time. Not only knowing the one path of the universe, but all of the potential paths that could be, and then kind of sorting out which way everything is headed. He possesses a giant tome known as the Book of Souls that seems to have recorded within it everything that has been and will be, or could be. Destiny is definitely the most mysterious, as it is more rare for them to appear, and often his purpose feels shrouded in mystery. While they have lots of information about what may come to pass or what is already past, those that meet them are not necessarily privy to all this information, and it's evident that they choose what they believe should and should not be disclosed to the other Endless or any other beings that they interact with. Number 4. Ghost Detectives. I am trying to reflect and discover whether these two had any other names that they went by while in this form, but I think the most accurate one that I can come up with and that I'm finding is Ghost Detectives. That's the only name I have known them by or referred to as, so that's what we're gonna refer to them as for the purpose of this list. If there's another name that I'm missing somewhere, please let me know. This duo is actually the then dead Sue Dibney and Ralph Dibney. The two used to be detectives together, as we already learned, but Sue died in identity crisis with Elongated Man helping to solve her murder. Eventually he too would end up dead, and the two would find a way to be together again as ghosties. They could possess the bodies of humans like fellow hero Deadman, and would from then on go about solving mysteries together as ghost detectives. Of course, then New 52 happened, which reset their whole continuity, so I'm pretty sure they're both living detectives once more. I love the idea of them as ghost detectives together still though. Also, Ghost Detectives just needs to be its own series and needs to be a thing again. Ghost Detectives. Someone write that series for me, please. I don't want Sue and Ralph to die, but make them die so they can become ghost detectives. Just for a little bit. Or can we just go back to the other continuity for a moment just for this, please? Number 3. Ambush Bug. Ambush Bug is probably one of the weirdest, mysterious heroes to make it on our list. Erwin Swab, as he is also known, is a teleporter, but even his name is really not 100% confirmed. You see, Ambush Bug is kinda like Deadpool. He suffers from mental health problems, and as such is also hard to believe anything he seemingly remembers or presents when it comes to his true identity. Like Marvel's Deadpool as well, he's also fairly self-aware when it comes to the fact that he is a superhero who exists in a comic book. He often would break the fourth wall and initially started out as a villain in the comics, but then decided to become a superhero instead. Ambush Bug actually predates Deadpool when it comes to his first appearance, first appearing in DC Comics Presents in issue 52 in 1982. But he doesn't predate She-Hulk, who also is known for breaking the fourth wall from Marvel. On the Marvel side of things. Number 2. Detective Chimp. When it comes to solving mysteries, Detective Chimp is considered one of the best detectives we have within the DC multiverse. Initially, Detective Chimp started out as a circus act, performing as Bobo the Detective Chimp alongside his trainer Fred Thorpe. Thorpe made it appear as though Bobo was intelligent and was capable of problem solving, training him to respond to make it seem that way. However, later on Detective Chimp would actually help solve the murder of his trainer Thorpe, proving that he was smarter than your average chimp. Bobo would also gain eternal youth and the ability to communicate with and speak to all the creatures of Earth, including humans, from the Fountain of Youth. His investigative skills and brilliant mind make him one of the greatest detectives in the world, and perhaps even beyond. It's been implied that he's also a greater detective than Batman himself. Number 1. The Spectre. One of the most mysterious heroes out there has to be the Spectre. While not always using the most heroic method, the Spectre at the end of the day is one of the good guys, though he sure is good at dealing with criminals in horrifying and often permanent ways. The Spectre is an often ominous presence who holds so much power that he usually stays on the periphery, not really getting involved in major plots unless there is a crisis so large it demands his involvement. He is a bringer of justice, and even to this day there are tons of comics featuring the Spectre where his identity has never really been revealed. The Spectre has also been posed as a sort of mantle that can be passed on, almost like a constant role in the universe that must always be filled. Initially it was Jim Corrigan as the Spectre, later on Hal Jordan would take up the mantle, but at one point the Spectre's identity was completely unknown and just kept a mystery. Even the origin of how he came to be at that time was also unknown. And even to this day, I don't think we really fully know the story of that Spectre. There's multiple origins and it's which one do you like the best? I like characters that are like that. Which heroes from DC do you think are the most mysterious? Which detectives are your favorite? Whose secret identity do you want revealed? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. This has been Top 10 Nerd, and I'm your host Amanda McKnight, saying thank you so much for watching and reminding you, as always, to stay nerdy, YouTube.